I went to the thrift store again, and here's what I got in from the thrift stores. One is this really nice Bluetooth keyboard. It's always in a little light because it's like one interesting. Actually, let's get the lights. Let's get the lights brighter. Oops. Okay. Now I do have this power fuse, and now I got that from. And I see that connected there. I'm surprised that I actually got that connected because I only got the keyboard itself, not the cable. Right. If I turn this on. Okay. Oh, is it not plugged in all the way? Yeah, it wasn't plugged in. There we go. Charging. And this square button here actually has a home button as well. Just like designed for Windows and Mac because they have the this and this. The command key stays the same because they use that for both. And then the second one I got, which I'm gonna have to turn off the light for. Come on. Is this mini projector. It's not mini. It's actually a projector, so it didn't come with a power cable, but I actually used one for my mini fridge since that cable still works. And yeah, I'll get the low light back on. And this is a Turwell projector. It didn't really look like it was used, plus this was attached to it, so this was the auxiliary connection. Probably for an external amount of speakers, because it was plugged into the AV port, which is strange. But this doesn't even look like it was ever used, because the torch die is still on it. Doesn't look like it was even used. Probably because he used the built-in speakers, which this one does have built-in speakers. They're really loud, actually. Compared to my portable monitor, it's loud, but this one's not really portable, even though it is technically portable. Because it's very light. It needs AC. It needs AC to run. 110 volts. Actually, this can actually take 100 to 240 volts. Is actually universal voltage. But it cannot take 5 volts like my portable monitor. So you can tell I'm just have it on a YouTube video. Right now it's on pause. And I have it connected to my old Legion 5. My Legion 5 Pro is up there. This one has a problem with the display, which is why that one's off. You can actually do it in the settings that show only on 2, and then that would disable itself. So, it still works. It still displays fine, but it really doesn't display nicely. And this one does have controls on it, so even if it didn't come with the remote, I could still technically use it. So picture me on standard. Let's change it to Vivid. Now there's user, as I noticed, but I will change it to Vivid because that was actually what it was like. Because it did do a factory reset, so I could own temperature. Sound balance, sound standard. Auto volume, I'm going to turn that on. Oh, exit. There we go. Sleep timer. I'm gonna set to about 10 minutes because I don't want to keep this projector on for too long. When I'm out. But like, okay, so that's language. Bending OSC2 software update. Oh, you can actually do software update from a USB drive. Nice. And now we need to click menu to get out. So now this one, it has 2 HDMI ports. This is what I have plugged into HDMI port 1. Then behind here, there's a VGA connection. Now, not quite sure what this is for. It's for like an IR remote, which since I got it from the thrift store, I didn't find any. So now this did come with a dust cover, but I left it at the thrift store when I got it. Stupid me. Yo, it is good. It does work at least. And one thing is that you don't have to worry about this. the bigger display, you just go farther. The closer you get, the more closer it'll be, like more small. And I do need to give this a focus. I have to do that off. I have to look it off the camera for that. There's also a keystone. Oops, that's projected by accident, which does kind of like this. Tilts it up and down, which, to be honest, is not really useful, and it's hard to center it. So, and yeah, and these right here actually I had it before. So, and now we use VGA, of course. It does do 1080p, even as it's a 720p projector, which still looks pretty good actually. The only difference with VGA is that VGA cannot produce audio. Now there's an AV connection, but that's for like one of those AV cables that you normally find, and what you normally see on like an old console, like the Wii, for example. And the Wii was still supported that mode until the Switch came out, which only supported HDMI, which is pretty good. Now it does have an SD card reader and a USB port. The USB port only released for I try to use it to charge devices. It doesn't work actually. The SD card may actually work. I haven't tested that. It's a full-size SD card, so I have to use the actual adapter for that one. So now it is pretty noisy with the fan, but that's because it's trying to keep the bulb cool. Now, with projectors, they don't really pump out a lot of lumens, as I found on my Rich channel that he has a portable projector. But in the dark, you can actually see it a lot better. And of course, you can actually adjust it. Now, there's actually some cool method here. Now, if you pick it up, there's like the projector head. That piece there adjusts the height of this, so you can get a good image. Now I had to put on this chair because when I put it on the floor, it kind of displayed on the floors. And yeah, this looks like a really good display, and from a projector from a fresh store. For like $8, it was $7.99, basically $8. It's a pretty good deal, and if you get these brand new, they are like $80 or something. This is more like a budget projector, more like a budget projector for the display, as you see. And yeah, and now this keyboard, unfortunately, here you can see the light, but it's not backlit. So, fortunately, I can't turn the backlight on. There's no backlight. Just turn the light back on. Just turn one back on. Sorry for the low light. So, I don't see any way where there would be a backlight. So this one is not a backlight keyboard. So, I am going to use this for my iPad as well as my Bluetooth mouse I have as well. The Pebble and the G5. I think it's M550L. So yeah. And this keyboard didn't really look like it was well used actually, because it's not much worn out compared to other wireless keyboards I got. It didn't look like it was ever used. It's not even worn out. So now how to turn it on is the switch here and the power button. And whenever you pair, you gotta enter the exact pin they show on the pairing screen to pair the keyboard up, which kind of makes sense. So, and this keyboard is actually, I actually got this keyboard to replace my other MIDI boost keyboards because they have like a USB port problem. I think it was with the cable or what, I think it's the connector actually. But those have USB port issues. So now from this stand here, it kind of looks like a MacBook stand as well. Yeah. Keys actually feel good. This is actually a good keyboard. I couldn't find this on Amazon actually, so because it's a off-brand Bluetooth keyboard, so I don't know what the brand is for this. But this is a really old key because if you look at the command key, what that Windows key is, it's like I think it's like a Windows 7, Windows 7 to XP because XP has the same logo as well as Windows Vista. Not Windows 8.1 and 8 had had a different logo, which the Windows 10 still used that logo until the Windows 11 came out, which is what this computer is running. It used to be Windows 10 actually. So okay, let me put my wait. Actually, you can actually tell. Look at the key. Windows key. It's a Windows 10 key. So actually, Windows 8 key, 8 button, because it's technically from Windows 8 and Windows 8.1, because they have the same logo actually, and then the Windows 10 brought it out, and then when Windows 11 came out, on the newer computers they use the new Windows 11 logo for the key, and even though this one is an old key, it still works as a Windows key, so that's good. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's the stuff I got from a thrift store, and for more details about Windows. Okay, enjoyed.